Ayiti organic, Ayiti organic, Ayiti organic. Hold on. All right. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Ayiti organic experience, Ayiti organic 1804. April 17th, 2025, Thursday, 3:31 a.m. So I said today, let's talk about something different, huh? So the title, who's the real mafia of Haiti? You know, who is the real mafia? And it's funny, man. The country it's been divided for so long, and when I sit back and I'm looking, I say, you know what? It might stay like this for a very long time. Especially if presidents keep on getting killed the way they're getting killed, because the presidents are always killed by the elites. It's always like that. So let's say the elites they already have connections with you know uh, the international groups, and they want to knock off the president, so they just knock him off. You know. So I don't know. Today we're going to discuss it in the spirit of our national party leader, Septimus Rameau. Yeah, Septimus Rameau. He was like, "Fuck all that," because sometimes you need certain individuals to just come out and you have to be able to fight against that system. And that system's been here for a very, very long time. And when we're talking about the other side, the oligarchs, the other groups, the mulattoes and all that, not all of them are the enemy, right? You had some, even in the past when there was the Civil War, and you had someone like this, Boiron Canal, who was from Okai. He was a mulatto, but he was from the outskirts. He wasn't like a mulatto from Port-au-Prince. So sometimes there's still like different ideologies. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes in the outskirts, it might be less like racism, prejudice, this like that. But for some reason, when you come back to the capital, there's like hierarchy in the society. This family, this name, that name, and all of that. You know that bullshit, probably, right? Because you have a country where, like for instance, they're speaking French when you're looking at the news. You know what I'm saying? You're looking at something going on in the government. I remember when I was in Haiti, I'm watching when they're doing Senate hearings, and they're talking French or trying to talk French, I guess. But the population they don't speak French. Only like if you go to school, you go to a good school, I guess, and you'll be able to speak French, proper French. But the majority of the people they don't speak French. The language, the reason that the language is used the way it's used is just to it's to make sure there's a divide, you know, and the division's been there for a very long time. Haitian ruling families create and kill monsters. Damn. Paul J. This was April 14, 2024. Well, am I going to call them monsters? Do they create monsters? Well, like allegedly. You see, you have all these people here. Then you have this guy, Gilbert Bijot. Everyone knows about Bijot. You know what I'm saying? He's the big, big gangster, big, big wolf. Well, what if I told you, like, the violence that's been going on in the country for the past couple of years with the gangs is because one group, they have their gangs, the other group has their gangs, and they're fighting for the ports. They're fighting for, access to the seaports. Bijo has one port. Bosan, yeah, Bosan, he has another port, and they're all fighting for control of that. And the reason everything has been intensified, I believe, is because the FBI has open cases on all these niggas. Like they always said that Jovenel, he was cooperating, like he gave some information or this and that. That's what they said. I don't know. Maybe that's what got his ass popped too. Because Jovenel, that nigga, he was trying to be like Septimus Rameau or trying to be like Francois Duvalier, but he was too slow on the trigger. You understand? Like Francois Duvalier, like once they tried to get at him and they failed the attempts, then he just started to like whack everybody, like pa 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 pa. Everybody was getting it. So it is what it is, right? Either we're gonna get it or you're gonna get it. That's basically how I see it now. And I come to this, you know, conclusion, really because of the way Jovenel Moise was assassinated. Because they didn't just pop him and be like, all right, how you just assassinate someone, shoot him up. They popped up his they like mutilated his body, and I was like, golly, like really trying to give a statement like, hey, don't come over here and play, bitch. So Canada, they're putting restrictions, of course. The United States putting restrictions, and I'm trying to figure out like why have we not seen any arrests? Isn't that kind of weird? You see how they be going and they arrest like the Cali cartels and this and that, and they put them on the airplane and they like whoo, and I'm like, yo, why they haven't done any of these things for the corrupt oligarchs we have down there? You know, well, they are Haitian though, even though some of them are like uh Haitian Arab descent and this and that, but they're all Haitian, so everybody's wooed up. They all believe in woo. That's a fact. So, for his part, Latin American and Caribbean Studies professor Danny Shaw has zero doubt that Bijo and others like him are fundamentally responsible for encouraging and facilitating Haiti's collapse. Yeah, duh. They making money, because they get to make the money in all different ways, man. From the limbs, the organs, the cocaine, what I'm saying, ammunition, weapons, children trafficking, all types of shit. Individuals like Bijo have historically been untouchable on both sides of the border. Dominican Republic elites have historically teamed up with them against the island's population. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense, right? If I'm a multi millionaire, billionaire from a small group and we share the same island, I mean, how many people is on the island? Like 30, 40 million people? That's a lot of money for like 5, 6 niggas, man. 30, 40 fucking million people. So when I see they focus only on Bijo, because everything's like Bijo, 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 I'm like, hold on, but what about the other dudes? Because he's not the only gangster mafia running the country, right? Nah, he's not the only one. I mean, they're reporting it like it's only him and he's on all the. There's sanctions on him too. They froze his money in the States and this and that. But it's like, why are they just attacking these guys? Are these guys innocent? Maybe they're innocent. Yeah, maybe they're innocent. Maybe they are like butterflies, man. I don't know. They might be innocent, or they might be like some real life vampires, man. You know. So this dude, Busan, um, his family's in the banking sector. You know, they have Unibank. You know, and the feds are investigating him, man. They've been investigating him, and that's why he has sanctions placed on him, this and that. But you will never hear like these guys' names being mentioned nowhere. That shit is crazy, man. Shit is crazy. Did you guys ever seen or heard this name? Do you know who this person is, huh? I mean, the articles are right there. I'm just putting the articles so people can't. The hell can you say to me? I'm not just claiming things. This is just the articles, man. Read the articles, man. The FBI, everybody, OFAC, OAS, the Organization of American States, the Office of Foreign Assets Control of the Treasury Department of the U.S. They checking out the books because you got to remember, like the way Ayiti, the way the mafia works in Haiti, it's just a little small group at the top that gets to play around with a couple 100 million here, a couple million. Like when they put money together to allegedly remove a president, just a couple $1 million. Like that's like money in under their mattress. It's nothing. I remember they claimed there was a person that had threatened the president in his office, right? One of the mulatto dudes, wealthy dudes, and after he threatened him, he just walked out with his security like a boss. What? Under Francois Duvalier, that would never. They would arrest that nigga, man. What? I'm telling you, man. Francois did not really, you know, he would not accept. I think that kind of disrespect, right? But why have we not seen any arrest? Is there like a surprise coming? Do these guys down there know the surprise is coming and now they're scared? You know what I'm saying? Running around scared, they don't know what to do. So they're just like causing more chaos, confusion. Like many of these dudes are they're in Haiti. You know what I'm saying? Like they might run around South America, stuff like that, but they try to stay close as possible in the country. They might be in Haiti or they could be in the Dominican Republic, but they're right there on the island, moving around. Um, do you think we'll see any arrest with these groups? Tell me, what do you think? I remember when they arrested one in Haiti. His name was Clifford Blunt. I remember that, and that was a whole big thing when he got arrested. Man, it's like they arrested the president. I remember when they arrested him, and I was in the area where all the shit was going on. It was a whole big scene, SWAT team, and all this shit. And I'm like, what? I'm like, what's going on? They like, they arrested this Clifford Blunt, and it was like a whole big thing, man. Anyway, the big dude right there on the left, that's the dude that Carl Brown. The feds are investigating him too. Because they both got Unibunk. They both running the banks. You know what I mean? Because with the banks, they get to make money all kinds of ways, man. First of all, when you deposit your money in the bank, like you might have $1,000, right? US. When you go over there and you say, yo, I need $1,000, they say, We can only give you 300 right now. And then you're like, yo, where's the rest of the money? And they're like, man, right now, because of the inflation, they always have some bullshit story. And the 700 that they say that inflation, this and that, they're making money off of that 700. Maybe 5x, 10x. I don't know. I mean, these motherfuckers, man, these niggas are like little um, cash machines, man. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. They don't give a damn about Haiti, man. I'm sorry. I mean, I try to be, nice, but when you really look at it, it's like y'all make all this money, and instead of like investing in education and making the street, making like a regular country, you invest in gangs, dirty politicians. What the hell, man? I'm telling you, Bel Muñoz. That's how like in Haiti, a regular Haitian that'll see a millet. Some of them be fucking scared to look at them. I'll be like, what the hell? This is a goddamn human, man. What the hell wrong with you? Man, it's crazy. I'm telling you, it's crazy. It's crazy. So let me tell you something I saw. This is a side note. Hold on. I don't want to go too long, man. My bad. So who's the real mafia? Who's running shit in IT? These folks. Okay, that's I guess that's the whole moral of the whole thing. These people, they're running things, and ever since the fall of Francois Duvalier, that was it. You know what I'm saying? Basically, um, Jean Claude, he was a younger president, and he was a more he was a more progressive guy. He was more, lenient. Um, he wasn't a pushover, but he was just more progressive. He wasn't like his dad. His daddy, that nigga was a vampire. He would have, man, got you out of here. And maybe he had some kind of something. There was something he must have seen, man, because these people that kind of took over after the fall of the regime, Duvalier and all that is over. These folks, they took it over, and the way they do it is they sponsor like the left, the politicians, the right. They're Lavalas, they're Verite, PHTK. They're all over the place. They sprinkle the money all over. You know, and I really don't have a problem with that, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? Like this dude, Akra, the one on the left, right? I remember when I first started this thing. He used to always like just comment, and I was surprised as shit. I was like, oh man, I felt bad. I was like, damn nigga, I'm talking shit about you, but he enjoyed the content, right? And he's I don't know, allegedly they say he's involved in drugs. That's it. He's selling a couple bricks. You know what I mean? So I don't know. The other guys, like the one in the middle, that's the banker, and then we all know Jemai Vob. Sogener. They got the electricity thing. They got construction. You know, and can you imagine like these guys that you're looking at, right? They kind of got new money because you have to remember, like during Francois Aka's family, they really did benefit, right? Because Francois Duvalier, what he did was he removed the old bourgeoisie class and he started like a new bourgeoisie class. That's the only goddamn thing I was upset with. I swear to God, that's probably like the biggest mistake I think Francois Duvalier made. Like, nigga, why would you give them the access? I mean, he was trying to just cause like some kind of, little civil war between them, you know? But it still ended up backfiring on the population. You know what I mean? So if it was up to me, just come with something new, right? That's all. Now, but would this class, would this group accept anything new? Hell no. They're gonna go to war, at any cost. So, who is uh the real mafia of Ayiti? It's these guys right here, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm pretty sure there's women also involved, but these are like the main people that they keep a focus on. And I really believe that's why everything's been so intensified in the country and everything's burning, everything's to the shits. I truly believe that's why they're being investigated by the feds. Maybe the feds is close coming in, but I still think it's taking too much time, y'all. And then I just thought about something. The people that they arrested and in Jovenel Moïse assassination, they already like closed the case. So that's another like weird thing, man. These dudes must have big, big money. Hmm. They could. These the type of gangsters that can give like 20 million here, 10 million there, 50 million here, and just like what I'm saying. I respect it. I respect it. If they, you see, if these dudes do not get arrested, or none of them, end up getting whacked or nothing. They just like ride off to the sunset. Man, I gotta respect it, man. You know, how's the saying go? Imbecile qui pas apprend. I forgot how that shit goes, man. But y'all know that saying we were saying. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're dumb enough to take it and you don't see what's happening, then hey, let them do their thing, man. So so hopefully you learned something new today. You enjoyed the little talks. I gotta try to keep them short. I don't want to go too long because I'll just keep going and going. I gotta kind of pace it. IT organic, IT organic, IT organic. Log on, check out the link tree. Buy some merchandise, support, and you know, oh, I'm at my job right now and I just saw like a little fox. Shit is crazy. It looked like a little Haitian dog, but that nigga's a little fox and they got a rabbit in his mouth. Anyway, man, you guys have a blessed rest of your week. Happy Easter. One love to the family. IT Organic, IT Organic, IT Organic, IT Organic Experience, IT Organic 1804. I'm going to leave the website right there and go support. I will open